Good morning, welcome to the Science Knowledge Division Mathematics to inspire students to think critically, collaborate, and solve for years. Let's feel things trigger laser in electronics education and educational learning trend pathways. Manufacturers and distribute the latest essential devices on courses, robotics, educational software, virtual reality, 3D content, cloud management, and smart campus solutions enable and optimize the school resources for students' success. And now we are all gathered here today to future little scholarship examiners. Welcome, everybody. Now, before we begin with our program, may I request everyone please stand for the invocation of the national anthem.
Lead me by the hand and help me face the rising sun. Comfort me through all the pain that life may bring. There's no other hope that I can lean upon. Lead me, Lord. Lead me all my life. Walk by me. Walk by me across the lonely roads that I may face. Take my arms and let your hand show me the show the way to live inside your heart. All my days, all my love, you are my love. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my light. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. Lead me, Lord. Lead me, Lord. Even though at times I'd rather go alone my way. Help me take the right direction. Take your road. Lead me, Lord, and never leave my side. All my days, all my life, you are my life. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. You are my life. I cannot live alone. Let me stay by your guiding love all through my life. You are my life. You're the lamp upon my feet. All the time, my Lord, I need you there. Let me stay by your guiding love. Of my life, all through my days, so lead me, oh me.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
For sharing your countryside school or future sound. This event aims to showcase the new and innovative educational tools that century learners. So you, dear teachers and students, are really for our planet going to be able to show this material for educational tools that we are using. Now, for this day, we are going to showcase the product without the multi-degree. Then again, we are using as an educational. And then right after that, we will be or will be able to hear about AI and leather robotics first by our dear guests. Right after that, we will be having a chance to have a workshop coding Minecraft Education Edition. And of course, a workshop for legal education site focusing on competition. I know yung mga coaches natin lalo na pinakabang-abangan yan since na ang ating Philippine Robotics Olympiads. So welcome you, Martin. Welcome all of you here. That is all welcome first, of course, the President and CEO of Philippine NDA. She is the World Robot Ambassador of Robotics here in the Philippines. Let's get around to one and only Miss Eileen Ahad. Thank you very much for sharing. Came out and our coaches, our students, and most especially our will allow our learners to come here today. But also allow us working with the president. So we journeyed in the pandemic for over 2 years, 2.5 years. From Manila was able right away. Even as early as April 2020, we were able to go to the virtual robotics days and also host the national and participate in the international sphere. And I say that through the years, we are also able to Summer's conduct face-to-face and hybrid workshops for teachers as well as for the learners. And create a good milestone because although of course to have the ability to avoid all the health protocols, we also sure
Recording in progress.
sure that the continue more as well as maximize their full potential. In 2024, the first time the national team competition is so accessibility. I know that first the serious part one of the period travel in my life because we were traveling and as you know, my day is very how to relax in there. We can all safe and nobody will something. Even all our students, just make sure that everybody will healthy. And it's for me to conduct the global Olympiad, we're pleased to announce that the Philippines was chosen as one of the pilot countries for the World Global Olympiad STEM Academy. I believe some of you are get on the follow, have also been and have schools. UCT of the UNIDA College Olympic, as well as the Dr. Leonard College Incorporated in Bulacan. So it's really somehow a milestone for the Philippines. For us, has pilot water funds connected with and of course the third. Another one I'd like to know is that robot robotics. We have our friends from Panama, Jen. Congratulations. From a lot of from a lot of value of things to talk about. So just the milestones. Um, inside the University of he was fine to that. He wanted to agriculture. Be sexy again, right? But for yeah. So it is really a testament that robotics can be used in agriculture. So the big line is farmer's friend. The theme for this year for senior high school open category will of farmer's friend because the Southeast Asian graduate school and research center in UP Los Baños will he's sponsoring the airfare, the hotel, and all the travel expenses for the senior high school open categories. For those of you who would like to participate, this is an opportunity. The theme will be farmer's friend, right? So that is one of the innovations we have for this year is that we will focus on agriculture for the senior high school open category. Next is that I'm pleased to announce as well that for those participating, no registration required. Kasi alam ko may ibang register. For the first Philippine Robotics Olympiad, it's free. So, meron sisingit sa inyo, free to. Right? And we will be filling out the first phase all the categories for the probably that in Dortmund, Germany this November. So bigyan natin so that we can be able to speak. And also, we have two new categories. So the category is instead of snow, so we have participated in the snowbird. So it's now robot sports. People now tennis, right? Tennis. And then we have the future engineers for those who are offering senior high school and college level. Up to what age is the up to 19? Yes, you can participate. You can send and field students up to 19 years old for the future engineers category. Yeah, and that will be the driverless car. Yeah, and we're going to be using the Arduino platform, and you can mix, no? And either legal education or the or buy for that one. Another announcement I have is that we will continue to the robotics program in all elementary schools. And I have a surprise. I don't know, but this, the vice president will be at for the first Filipino ones in that. You know, she's the new with education secretary. So I hope you can check us on August at Santa Rosa Congress. So yeah, we that which also the event for the robotics. Yeah, so what which is happening. Okay, and then I'd like to say that finally yesterday I was featured in the Rising Tigers magazine. This is for actually it's a business magazine, but just say I just wanted to share that an advocacy of mine was shared to the business community. Now I have a new name of Philippine Robotics Trust. What is it? Wala ko hindi robots. Sabi ko just hindi ko alam kung ano yan. So, lumaga na ko robots. And I am proud to see all of you and all my children, all products of what we have moved forward for 22 years. For 22 years. Yes, at nagninilay na ako sa kasal, di ba remember, huwag naman sa akin sa bilyan. Kasi talagang mga dumadali yung mga. Okay. I think this, I want just to say that it's really a commitment, it is a responsibility actually, more than anything, that we continue this call for the educators here, for our students. Some of you are now even becoming the coaches. In fact, during the CERTA event, one of the students of, which student na? It's, yes, which means, coach na ako ngayon dati. Sabi ko rin kung gagawa ko. Sabi ko, yes. Sabi ko, coach na po ako ngayon. And I challenge also all the members of the Philippine Robotics Olympiad to give back to your school. Balik kayo. I have here now Sophia from Odette and Antipolo. She's also the daughter of Lance and Hillary. Nakakami, ano na ulit. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to give back and your children are gifted, please bring them in, mentor tayo, and let the school grow because we have experience. So again with that, I congratulate everyone. Thank you so much for the speaker from Women in AI, and the robotics school hand in hand. And we look forward to more collaboration. With this, I also want to show a video of what we've done. We're doing now a reach out to internships for the actually these projects are now being marketed by the scientific technology. The quality and application technology institute or given. So yung dream ko na magkakaroon na tayo ng robots for mass production is coming true in this pattern. So talaga tayo, let's continue to be the champions again and as we be the champions of the youth in the future workforce. Thank you. Let's see this video. Maraming salamat, Governor.
Kung hilig kayo magbuting-ting at pangarap nyo makagawa ng sarili nyong robot, ito ang lugar na perfect para maging training ground nyo.
Yung activities dito sa iCreate on renewable energy ay nagtuturo sa ating mga guests dito na pwedeng magamit ang water, wind, and solar power to power their creation. Yung robotics po is ideal for age 9 above. Yung programming po sa Widow ay napakasimple. Kahit na po 4 years old, pwede pong mag-programming na.
Yeah, that's what Felta shout. And of course, the mother of Philippine robotics education, Miss Mylene Aviva. Palakpakan po ulit natin. Thank you so much for your message and for the good news to every one of us here, Ma'am Mylene Aviva. And now, to give us an update about the Philippine Robotics Olympiad competition. I know most of you here have been waiting for this update. Let us all call on and welcome Miss Connie Peralta.
Thank you, Rochelle. Good morning to all our participants. So let me share my screen. This is mine. So good morning, everyone. So as mentioned by our Philippine Robotics Education, the 21st Philippine Robotics Olympiad will be on September 19 to 23, 2022, and that's now and some floors and Luzon. So before I proceed with more updates, let me share with you a short video clip of the WR2 in my robot micro. WR focuses on the our robot, why we become part of our daily lives, be it in our home, robot in rescue, or in robot for healthcare. So as mentioned by Mama Yin, there will be some special awards for the new and senior high school who will participate for the Open My Robot Farmer Spring. So they will be given free tickets for the senior, for the daily members. So for the information about PRO 2022, you can visit our website, felta.ph, and go to our programs, and you can select the Philippine Robotics Olympiad section. So you will find there the debit advisory for this year, 2022, the schedule of activities for the operation of the PRO, of course, the rules and regulation, and ready to train playing field. So if you want to practice, you can visit this download section so you can choose your playing field. And also the registration and the code of ethics. So this is our PRO website. For the coaches and new schools, please visit this section, the download section, because the WRO made some changes for the rules and regulation. So as you can see in the screen, all the rules intended for the regular elementary, junior, senior, and then for the teacher engineers and the robo missions are all available in the website. So as mentioned a while ago, we have four categories that you can register. Previously, we called this regular category, but this year we call this robo mission. And for the open category, it's now feature innovators. And for the football or soccer, it's now robo sports, and we will be having double tennis. And for the advanced robotics challenge, it's now feature engineers. So as you can see in the screen, we are implementing the age bracket definition. So if you are joining for the robot mission in the future innovators, please observe the age bracket of your team members. So for elementary, it should be 8 to 12 years old, born in the year 2010, up to 2014. So for the junior, should be 10 to 11 years old, born in the year of 2007 to 2011. And for the senior, this will be 14 years old from 19 years old, born in of 2003 and 2008. For the local sports, as you can see, this is for 11 to 19 years old. So this can be a combination of your elementary, senior, or college. And for the future engineers, it's the 14 to 19 years old, 2003 to 2008. So we have introduced more overlap between the age groups for elementary and junior and senior high school. So also, we added additional Lego robotics kit allowed for the PRO and the PRO. This is the Lego 5 Prime expansions. So the set comes with unique plans for its intelligent partner coding. This will be part of our today's activities. So participants will have a workshop later this afternoon. Please remember, as mentioned a while ago, the dry run that happened in Santa Rosa Sports Complex in Santa Rosa, Livorno, August 15, provided in the screen is the registration link. We will send it our database for the VRPs and interested new schools so we would know how many teams are you sending for the 21st PRO and the number of packs you will be sending sa Santa Rosa Sports Complex. Because as we all know, we provide information bago to Santa Rosa Sports Complex like signature card, parents consent. So that's the very important point that you have to resolve ang pinadala mo. And of course, the final date for the preliminary and finals of the 21st year is September 19, 2020. And for the teams who will represent the Philippine Robotics National Team, we will go to Dortmund, Germany on November 17. So we have early departure as according to Mama Yun, November 14 na. Because the event will start November 17. First deadline first is a clear registration. And submit your forms 1 or 2 hours and if ever you will have some delays on the submission, just let us know or Donna so we can reserve your response dun sa aming lista. So for more updates, always visit our Facebook page, Felta Media Team. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the updates, Ma'am Connie Peralta, and I'm sure that everyone is very excited, especially there are some changes to the upcoming Philippine Robotics Olympiad. So I know everyone has been practicing already. Titignan natin yung mga iba pa, especially yung mga additional challenge to the upcoming Philippine Robotics Olympiad. That before we proceed with our program, let us double check or let us check first sino yung mga naka-attend dito under the Philippine Robotics Academy. So, dito ang Project 6. Project 6, palakpakan po natin. And we also have San Francisco High School. Sila. Ayan. Thank you so much. And of course, we also have Columban Colleges. Okay. We also have top name. Pagbalutuan. We also have Alfred Delicon. Or Binyan, Laguna. We also have National University. We also have Bacasa National High School. NU Laguna. Yeah, NU Laguna City. NU Calamba Laguna. Yes. Okay. We also have Temple Hill, of course. Sure. Temple Hill International School, Quezon City. We also have Abeka Home School. And FEU Roosevelt. Hi, Diarista. Wow. Okay. Once again, thank you so much for all of you sharing us your precious time this morning. So with that, hindi na po natin papatagalin. We will be presenting you the products or the innovative educational tools that we are using today for the 21st century learners, led by Mr. Jed Sazon and the iCreate campaign team.
So good morning again, everyone. Good morning again, everyone. I'm Jadabi Basmasot, Brand Activation Officer from Felta. Before I begin, baka alam mo lang nag-breakfast na ba lahat? Hindi pa lahat. Okay. Anyway, later we will serve food naman po. Before I begin, I just want to say thank you again to all the schools, lalo na po yung mga malalayong pumunta dito. And baka we can greet each other good morning muna. Baka gusto niyo batiin yung isa't isa ng good morning. So can I hear that? Morning! Yeah, para magising tayo. Okay. Good morning. Okay, so with that, I'm here to present Rock Ed Science and Physics Lab. and also Ion XR. Along with me po is our team from Felta Tech Talk Academy. Palakpakan po natin si John, EJ, and Agnes. Thanks. So allow me to show you a video of rocket science. Introducing turn science lesson into a virtual 3D items for creating, animating, and working. Creating entertaining students. The following program at the time. Interact, engage. Rocket science. Recorded using Okay, so that's rocket science. So, syempre tatanungin nyo rin ako, ano ba yung rocket science? Or what is rocket? So, rocket provides a unique personalized experience integrated application that allows to explore science and create a lifetime experience. So, yung kagandahan po dito, ladies and gentlemen, is that as you can see, yung mga general science topics na i-discuss natin sa class, mas ma-appreciate ng mga students and teachers natin since we can teach this in a more interactive manner. Naka 3D animated models po to. Later, si John will demo to us how it looks like. Okay, so what does it contain? It has models of natural sciences, as said earlier po, naka 3D models po siya. It corresponds to our K-12 program. Meron siyang interactive 3D visualizations. It has content creation and management. Nandun na po yung biology, general science, and other earth science topics. And it has a built-in encyclopedia po with all the scientific terminologies and descriptions na kailangan po natin para matutunan ng science. So how does it help our teachers? So first of all, you will have access to be able to teach science in a more fun and interactive manner. As for the students naman po, mas ma-appreciate nila to since yun nga po, mas interactive po siya. So, to give the floor, here is John. Palakpakan po natin. He will demo to us how rocket science works. So, good morning. I'm John, and I'll be presenting the rocket science. So, as you can now see, each of these lessons contains animated presentable 3D models that are available for teaching and learning purposes. So, for this demo, I will choose this human respiratory organs and mechanisms of inhalation and exhalation. So, So after selecting your lessons, you will need to wait for it to load and click the running button for it to open. The default interface would be an animation that demonstrates the structure of the human respiratory system. So now, let's play the animation.
To as you saw, the animation has a built-in narration that discusses the different topics at this panel. You can also choose to adjust the volume of the narration by clicking this button and the music by clicking this. There is also the human respiratory system where
So, you can see po, yun yung respiratory system. Dahil sa rocket science, kita niyo po yung human respiratory system.
Tapos pwede nyo pong i-discuss habang merong animation. Pwede nyo pong i-discuss yung mga sarili nyong lessons or what you want to discuss and use this as your visuals. Tapos meron din po siyang quiz option where you can use it for recitation or for graded assessments. Where, for example, there is question, due to which process there is a relaxation of muscle. So, for example, I will choose to answer reducing the diaphragm and relaxation of intercostal muscle. So, now choose another answer. So, we will need to select a proper answer for it to go to the next question. So, ayun, nasagot ko na. Nakalagay din dito na it is wrong. So, next question naman is the following statement true. In the process of inhalation, the diaphragm and intercostal muscles are reduced, expanding the breast cavity. So, I'll answer false. Now, I'll answer true. That's right. So, ganun din sa last question. Yeah. So, let's go to the next function. Meron yung function wherein you can see the different function na pili natin going for this naman, interaction. We can process the 3D models na pwedeng ma-explore ng mga students para mapag-aralan. So we can grab the parts and we can zoom it in so that the students can enjoy and study it further. So after disassembling, there is also an auto-assemble and disassemble para mas mga padali. So assemble, disassemble. So for the third options naman, there is this object that when one click, a tab will show na it will highlight the number of portions selected. So for example, I'll choose this diagram. So it will highlight the diagram. So select it, accept it, and i-highlight na lang. So there's also an annotation option where it is describe the number of label to the parts. So with the auto explore naman, this option, it will turn discuss each part and may narration po siya. So let's go.
The diaphragm is an unpaired muscle that separates the chest and abdominal cavities, serving to expand the lungs. Conventionally, its border can be drawn along the lower edge of the edges. The diaphragm is the main breathing muscle. During inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and moves downward, increasing the volume of the chest cavity and decreasing.
So there is three options for this. Like example, label chain and assembly object. So let's try this one. But first, let us assemble the 3D model. Explain. So, that's one public prayer. So, the task is to select the object on the screen, which is the skin. So, first, I'll assemble it and select the skin. So, I'll think it is the skin. So, I'm going to my phone. It will select my answer correct. So, that's it. So, let's try another one. For example, table matching. So, table matching, select the part and throw it to label. So, for example, I think this is a diagram. So, Alright. So, thank you. That's it for reference. Video. It's working. Please make a list. If you have a question, you can ask. You can ask. Hey, John, so, interesting no, yung rocket science natin, naka 3D visualization po siya. Ay, yung questions mo, later. Okay. Okay, so next we have rocket physics lab. So rocket physics lab is a complete virtual 3D simulator of physics lab. So kumbaga, it is physics lab po, lahat ng mga experiments na ginagawa natin sa school, we can conduct it through the use of our laptops po. So ini-install lang po siya sa laptop and it acts your personal laboratory. So allow me to show you a video of it. Experiments to comments. K-12 physics experiments. Deploying fire. For decades, physics tools. Any experiment is useful. We can find these. We didn't meet physical times. It needs it needs to break up systems. Whereas virtual lab is going it takes real physics to base control. It's also set up. The experiment. The wrong is to make the current. It can be fully sensitive weather to conduct a full-scale lab in virtual physics classroom. Try virtual simulations corresponds to the laws of nature. Yield the error and realistic reading models. Create immersed experience into the virtual. 14 pre-installed experiments with diagnostic instructions. Look at physics. Four chapters on K-12, physics, kinematics, dynamics, statics, statics and pressure, thermodynamics and molecular physics, electric circuits, electricity, magnetism, waves and optics, and physics. The lab for the future no drawing universe. Okay, so that's rocket physics lang po. So, to summarize, meron po siyang 40 grades experiments. One of the experiments you will see later, si Aldrich will be the one to demonstrate to us. And it covers all K-12 topics and materials. So for rocket physics na po, yung students po, makakapaggawa siya ng experiment na ginagawa po sa school through the use of yung laptop niya. So hindi na niya kailangan mag-invest on expensive materials for doing laboratory assignments. At the same time, hindi po sila exposed sa mga hazardous chemicals. So yung key features lang po niya, as said earlier, meron siyang own virtual multi-million-dollar laboratory for each student. At meron rin siyang extensive base of experiments covering the entire physics course po. So, kompleto po siya kung tutusin po. So, I'll just browse through the list of contents as it was already mentioned in the video. And to summarize po, so as said earlier na, yung advantage dito is, I know during pandemic, mahirap po talagang turuan yung science. So, since we're going back to face-to-face classes, pero may pagka-hybrid pa rin tayo, maybe your school can still consider this program as this will give you another leg up po compared to other schools in teaching science, especially physics po sa mga students po natin. So with that said po, this is Aldrich. I'll turn the floor over to Aldrich who will demonstrate to us one experiment po for rocket physics.
So rocket physics lab has a very simple interface. And so on the left side is what have been mentioned. And this is the one assignments. So let's see something that's dear to my heart. So, right. So, let's try Ohm's law, the study of Ohm's law, and you just have to click on next. Mag-start yung it's just important to load. You have your work table board. And so if you want to focus on the board, you just have to click the blackboard button on here. So you click that. Magpo-focus na siya agad sa board. And you have, in every experiment, there's either description of the experiment or some sort of formulas. There's always a circuit diagram or a demonstration or a picture of what the experiment would look like. So if you want to go back to the table, you just have to click on the eye on the lower right. So, so on either side of your screen, may arrows. On the left side, that would be your steps. The steps for conducting this experiment. So step 1 through this is step 6. So and then if you need your instruments, your devices, your components, it's on the arrow here on your right. So let's try creating this circuit. So in power supply, we just have to drag it onto the table, and then we need ammeter. Okay. We need voltmeter, and then a resistor. Here. And switch, di ka na nalulungan. Mabilis. And then so you just have to connect the wires. Just click on the black and red screws, and you just have to connect them. And since on the circuit diagram, it's just a series circuit. Yung voltmeter na nakakusap lahat ng parallel. So, yun, very direct naman yung wiring. So, ayan, you just connect like this, like so, and then in order to mag-read yung voltmeters, like you can change a view. And let's close this. Para mag-read yung voltmeter and ammeter, you just have to click on the play button on your lower left. And when you click on that, magsasort na siya magbasa. And then you have your readings there. And 2.5. If you want to zoom in, you can scroll using your mouse. And then if you want to adjust your power supply, then you click on the menu on top of it. And sometimes for other experiments, it can be an action, it can either reverse the polarity of a magnet. So menu can be, in naman ng menu, it can be different for device. And then since the experiment is us to input values into the table, then maglagay ng pan 2.5, and then 2.5. And then if we want to change our devices or components, we have to click stop first. Just like in the real world, hindi pwede lakman yung power supply. And then, change natin. Tanggalin natin yan. And then, let's change into a larger value of the resistor. So, we put it back there. Ulit lang natin. And then, we should on. So, we can move our view with this. Yeah, so we can see the change in values is now 4.2 for the voltage and 0.8 for the current. So, 4.2. And then the experiment would ask us to draw a conclusion. So, multiple choice naman yan. So, the student just has to read yung options and then draw the most appropriate answer. And so, for this experiment, we can observe that once the resistance increase in value, the voltage also increase and the current decrease. So we just have to look for it in the conclusion. So the first one. Then if you're done with it, if the student is done with the experiment, let's have to click on the next button here. So just click on that, and again, so it will give you the score immediately. And then since the student will use this at the comfort of their own homes, so you just click on next. The student can put their names in the class section, and then in order to submit to their teachers, make sure na may email address dyan na directed kung kanino man isa-send. So, ayan, the teacher's email address could be something. Or could be something. And then once the student clicks submit, it will automatically send a PDF file to your email house. And so, yun, it's not simple. Thank you.
Thank you, Aldrich. So, yun yung kagandahan sa rocket physics lab. So, yung experiments ko nagagawa sa bahay, ay nasasubmit lang siya sa teacher, babalidate na rin ang teacher kung tama po or mali yung sagot ng students niya. May video. May video. Iyon. Iyon. Okay, so before I proceed with Ion X, may I ask lang po through fans, meron bang schools dito nag-virtual reality na? Virtual reality, augmented reality, wala pa ba? So, yung mga parang hologram, okay, wala pa. So, allow me to show you yung isa sa mga latest products namin, which is Ion XR po.
For 20 years. 17. All encompassing education. In the around the user experience. Looks fun. Today's new edition is Young Excellent. It will remain where it's first essential. Same virtual. Please. Body programs. Being the body first.
Yung kagandahan sa Ion XR, as you can see, you can get to interact with it talaga. Say, like here in the video, which EJ will demonstrate to us. Mamaya may papalabas yung kunwari like a dinosaur bigla dito on the side. So, sample lang yun on how it looks like.
Teachers and trainers demonstrate things. For enhanced, make sure
So, that summarizes it lang. So, passing video. So, to summarize lang, yung Ion XR namin is an augmented and virtual reality program po. Kumbaga, it can be used through laptops and cell phones. And then, kung meron kang gustong topic na ituruan, kunwari, let's say, parts ng truck, yung mechanic niya, pwede siyang i-separate into parts, parang rocket science siya. Pero yung kagandahan sa kanya, makikita mo na talaga siya visually po na talagang papalabas mo siya dito. Like, kunwari, on the side, biglang may lalabas na hologram na yun, na truck. Doon ma-appreciate ng students and teachers yung Ion XR po. So, allow me to turn over the floor to EJ to demonstrate to us yung business.
Good morning. Everybody, good morning. Okay. So, a brief discussion on what is Ion XR. Ion XR is an augmented and virtual reality app that allows users such as students, teachers, universities, and schools to take note, learn, explore, and create compelling 3D models that give an edge to education itself. So here on my screen today is that it's the interface of Ion XR. So here we can see that the library consists of multiple categories. We have categories from physical-based rendering preview, aerospace, agriculture, food and natural resources, architecture, engineering and construction, biology, chemistry, and health science. But it's not only limited to STEM fields. Actually, it also offers some fields such as history. We have liberal arts and humanities. But for this demonstration, I'll be showing you one of the basic topics that I think all of us can relate to. So it is the human brain anatomy. So as you can see here, we can actually edit the lesson. Teachers can actually edit the lesson to best fit their teaching skills. And we will do that as well. Yeah, let us just wait for the app to load. So this is the digital model of the brain as you see here on my screen. Is the brain, 3D model lang po siya ng brain. Pero parang wala naman atang educational nangyayari ngayon. So let's add some annotation. So we will press this button here to toggle the display of annotations. As you can see here, the brain is now labeled. Some are cerebrum. We can see the cerebellum, brainstem, right cerebral hemisphere. However, some labels are not really quite seen, even though if you move it around, because it's somehow nasa inside ng brain. So we can actually dissect the brain. As you can see here, we can actually dissect the brain and see more clearly on your cerebellum, brainstem, your cerebellum. And again, teachers can actually use this as their educational material. They can add activities. There you go. They can add audios, they can add videos, they can add some quizzes that we have. Ian offers identify, locate, and quiz. And you can actually record your lessons here, mismo, dito sa Ian XR. And you can add PDFs and images. Here in my lesson plan, there's already prepared lessons for students to explore. So let us go to what students will expect once they open ENXR. So here, this is the student's point of view. Somehow similar dun sa features natin. Parang may annotations din, pwede tayo mag-dissect ng brain, tignan natin kung ano yung cerebrum. However, makikita natin dito, sa right side na, mid corner, dito sa below, we can see yung mga activities na gagawin ng mga students. So first, we have audio. Why does the teacher nagbigay ng audio?
Welcome to this lesson on the control center of the body, the brain. Human brain is the largest brain of all vertebrates relative to body size. It is protected within the skull and is
There you go. And we can add actually videos. Again, once I press this, video from YouTube can also be presented here. There you go. It is about the brain itself. Another audio.
It is the largest part of the brain and is composed of two hemispheres, the right and left cerebral hemisphere.
Another video regarding
Hello and welcome to another episode of Interactive Biology TV, where we're making biology.
But then, UNXR offers some assessments for students to do. So here we have, there you go. We have quizzes. So which area of the brain is part of the cerebellum? I think it could be the temporal lobe. Oh, you see, it's wrong. So let us try it again. Maybe it's the posterior lobe. There you go. So there are multiple ways for teachers to assess their student. You can either quiz or maybe locate. Maybe locate which part of the brain is the cerebrum. Let us see, maybe it's this part of the brain. There you go. Now, the question here is that, is it only applicable to laptops? ENXR also offers dun sa phones natin. Sino phone? ENX, phone? My phone. Ayan. And I would like to ask dun sa one of our audience kung sino gusto mag-volunteer on demonstrating sa atin yung ENXR features dito sa phone natin. Anyone? There you go. Okay, anyone get for ano? Okay. Let me just wait for it to share screen. Okay, there you go. So at the moment, I'm screen sharing my phone live. So here is here next are actually free to download Google Play or maybe App Store. As we open it, let's just wait. It has a similar interface sa ating laptop. So, wala namang pinagkaiba. However, sa mga phones, may mga edge, to be honest. May edge siya compared sa mga laptops natin. So, what is open, yung kanina natin diniscuss, which is the human brain. So, we start this. Yeah. So, again, this is the digital mode. So, itong brain, gusto natin, again, the augmented reality. What is the meaning of augmented reality? Augmented reality is when you're putting digital elements to the physical world. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to put the brain here, lab, in the innovation hub, right here in the physical world. So ma'am, can I ask you, so absolutely there's a button over on the left, up left. It's called AR, again, augmented reality. There you go. So this is really nice. So say hi. I'm gonna say hi. Hi. Okay. So now you make okay. So now this is augmented reality. So it sets point toward a level surface and move around it. So UNX are actually wants you to look for a surface, a big surface, maybe here. Maybe here. Let's look for a surface. Maybe it's when let's see again. What's happening? Please take hands away. Please take hands away. First. Yeah. So, now, pictures of here next are demonstrated. Also, I did one so we can please have these shoes. I have patients who can zoom into. And we can actually remove them.
Welcome to this lesson on the control center of the body, the brain.
We walk. And there you go. Please now. We can place that. So, patients. There is a space. Actually, there's some. No. Please, friends. Please, Please, So this to show you that another one. As you can see here right now on the screen, the T-Rex is in the digital mode, and we are trying to put it in augmented reality. Now place, now look for the surface. Here, sit down. Here.
Kung natin si DJ again, station. So that's it. So if you have questions on Rocket or TSR, you can ask me later on. For those viewing our live stream, you can email me at jetsason@yahoo.com. So thank you, everyone.
Wait, here comes a robot that is you. Please go to the technology station. It's not English. Okay, well, yeah. Think the robot is humanoid, but no, sorry. We will show you this is a robot sanitizer, which can be used in hospitals, restaurants, and schools. And it can talk. It can also eyes with the AI. It can detect what is obstacles, and you can also program where it will go. All right, so this is the robot sanitizer. Before we have a brief photo, and then Dr. Raisa will give us a talk. Go ahead. You can take photos, by the way, and videos because very rarely do you see a robot that can sanitize, especially for the ICU. No, it can be used where humans cannot enter. So Jobin was moving the robot so it can detect the path of the water. Kailangan nililights with the 4 years. See how it's very rough. It goes and then charging station. Charging station. We have been.
Please don't. Please don't.
Our guest and special guest. She is a letter, a researcher, a curriculum developer, and a digital content editor. She is in the field of IT and robotics and specializes in the Internet of Things. She currently works in an IT lecturer in Kingdom of Bahrain, and her school is now transforming into a smart, and she acts as the main developer of the system. Also, she is the main contributor of the curriculum development of the artificial intelligence and cloud computing track for grade 10 students. She is also an AWS certified cloud practitioner, and despite the time differences, a hectic schedule, she still manages to provide seminars and training to her kababayans online. So if you're interested. So she technically serves as a member of the panel of the research defense in various universities in the Philippines. And she is also an advocate of digital literacy learning. And each year during her vacation, napakaswerte natin ngayon because she distributes flash drives saved with digital materials to underprivileged kids in her town. Let us all welcome to talk about the significance of, and applications of AI, Dr. Raisa D. Borrego. First of all, I think that for giving me this opportunity to extend my knowledge and skills to my Kababayans. Even though I've been working abroad for almost 5 years, puso ko na sa Pilipinas ay of time. So yun lang po naman kailangan din. Ito na po din say. So this is my simple extension of this classes that I'm receiving. I learned
listen or share my knowledge and skills anywhere, everywhere. As you can see, yeah, this is my vacation to Rise a lot my time. So I am Dr. Riza. Okay, I am representing Women in AI or Women in Artificial Intelligence Philippines chapter. I am the educational lead. Okay, together with me is Miss Mona. She's the one who organized this, and we want to extend our knowledge in the field of AI and the field of robotics. Maganda yung combination. Robotics plus AI. That's right. That's my name. Actually. Okay, so where do we? Right. Let's start. So, question to give or discuss the significance of artificial intelligence. However, I think alam na natin kung ano ba talaga sila. Oh, right? Artificial intelligence is actually mimicking, okay, how humans think and act, right? Okay, but more specifically is applications of artificial intelligence. So co-educators, my fellow co-educators, please listen because I'm going to give you some best practices that we do in the kingdom of Bahrain, and hopefully we can create some collaboration with women in AI, specifically in the development of the curriculum of senior high school, probably here in the Philippines. So later on, okay? So please bear with me. Alright, so, sinong pinanganak or nabalitaan niyo ba before? In year 1997, this is a chess player program who was able to defeat, okay, a chess champion named Sky Castro. That was year 1997. This is the first evidence of artificial intelligence. Okay, so when we say AI, the computer itself is thinking. So, study this the award, strange for not much word opposite. This was taken in year 1997. This is like that much yung data. So here is a person representing people, and he is being assisted with a computer. So these books are being provided or it's coming from the computer. Okay? So, speaking tao naman yun. Okay? So, so as years pass by, there's a lot of innovations, there's a lot of researches, and schools who are focusing on artificial intelligence. Let me give you a brief demonstration. Yung kanilang nakita nyo, naman sila yung wow. So, alright, actually, my dissertation is focusing also on face detection, okay, some disorders, right? So, actually, hindi ko siya masyadong nagiging breakthrough in the field of medical diagnosis. Anyhow, so it's very famous. We have for facial emotional recognition. Based on scientific researches, there are 6 universal emotions. We have happiness, sadness, anger, fear, surprise, and distress. Next mo din lang, isama na namin yung mga, right? Yung poker face. Okay, ako. Alright, so for face and emotional recognition, okay, can be used in different researches. For example, as an educator, let's see that one. Okay. We wanted our students to know or to understand what we are saying or what we are discussing, right? We should ask them to understand or naiintindihan niyo ba ito? Tama? The keynote Barry, okay, we use this non-verbal communication with our students. What is the word? I will cover it. So, many non-verbal communication strategies. Number one is facial expression. Okay, so what it is, right? What I did, so I created this artificial intelligence machine learning algorithm that detect the students understand, level of understanding. Actually, dalawa lang yan eh. Either yes or no. So for my students, I try to experiment on their reactions. Alright, and based on my research, right, there is a 70% accuracy on what we did. Okay, I hope you're already
grasping what is AI. I specifically pointed out the importance or significance of AI, especially sa mga educators. I asked Ms. Anna, majority ng mga audiences, okay, so I specifically discussed this. Okay, so moving back. Right. Quality, okay, so, okay, almost us scared of what is AI, tama? Especially introduce natin yan sa senior high school. Actually, the same reaction I had. I was like, they're going to introduce this topic, which is eventually for graduate school, right? Or postgraduate diploma. So I think mga specialized courses. The world is changing already. And it's really changing fast. Hindi na natin kayang kapulin yan. Is are already strategizing. Okay? What I mean is they have their master their teachers, their related plans, and even youngsters, or youth at the age of 7, 6, 5, 4, they will be introduced already with artificial intelligence. And that is one of my objectives here. Para i-lift yung ating spirits as educators. Well, as simple as this is a data set. When we say data set, this is a set of data. Okay. Okay, with numbers. Okay, so yun yung data set natin. When you say data set, ito yung set of, I can say information, hindi data or collected. And it is face and auto recognition. The data set is not just the face. It is in numerical form. Right? Now, in every specific equal expression, there is a equivalent number. For example, 0 for neutral. Okay, and then this set is around maybe 50,000, 200,000 in rows. This is collected. Three photos. It's converted into pixels. Okay, so yung data set natin. But what point you have to collect this on your own. There are already thousands, I mean, sets online. Travel.com is one. Okay? Now, after you have the data set, the next thing that you have to do is be familiar with the dependencies. When we say dependencies, from the group. Ayan. So, anyone? Okay. Can you name some of the libraries that we can use? Sorry to have the interaction of who teacher the teacher. Okay. NumPy, right? Ayan, so we have guys so NumPy or numerical Python. These are the supporting libraries, okay? Maraming terms to, right? Una, that supports the codes, lines of code, the syntax you're gonna use. So you have to be very familiar with this. We have NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, and Keras. Right. The next is you have the training. Training is the method of letting the machine understand what's really happening. Okay? There is a pattern behind. But for us, it's so hard to recognize those. In numerical format, in pixel format, the machine can do that. But us, as humans, it's gonna be hard work. It will consume so much of our time. So I think I'm already asked what's the accuracy of your algorithm. If it's around 95%, then you're good. But if the algorithm's accuracy is less than like 60, 50, then you still have to return. Okay? Hindi ko na mapagiging nasa akin kasi baka matakot. And then we have the test. Data set is being divided into around 80% training data, and then testing data is the remaining one, which is 20%. So which means, okay, you have the opportunity to check if your algorithm is able to, or was able to be trained well. Okay, or is that AI able to understand well, classify, right, the actions each of those in the test. Okay? Medyo technique pero I hope you bear namin. So, ito yung ginagawa ko kagabi. right? I checked it out last night dito because I know this will take time. The data, especially if it's one shot data, thousands of rows, will take a couple of hours. Siguro natulog ako 11, hindi pa tapos. So, from time to time, right, there is an accuracy that increases. But it's not a guarantee, okay? We're giving the machine, alright, to understand the data inside. So this is just a snippet of what I use in the program. Moving on. Ayan, so ito na. I keep it the last part here. I from the box, and according to this, there is around 66.21 percent. Okay, so let's demonstrate. Next volunteer work. Wala lang. I need someone who can do exaggerated facial emotions. Okay, right? Okay, it's right. Different emotions. Right. So seriously, neutral lang din ako muna. It is understandable kasi 60% lang po yung nakuha ang accuracy rate. Try this once. Okay. Okay. Very clear. Okay, great. Nag-middles ko, yan, sad or angry siya, you got it? But definitely not happy. Alright, so this is a demonstration or an example of artificial intelligence. Ayan na. Mukhang nakakamata natin ng board. Hindi ba? Sorry ha. Hindi ako ng time kasi sayang yung in-effort natin ng pahinga. Ayan. Actually, may classes for now. There can be a things detection first. And then after that, saka po kapag yung wait lang one. How collaborate was it? Okay, great. So let's move back. Yeah. So what teacher, an engineer, student, or businessman, you will definitely feel or based on your craft, the importance of artificial intelligence. But generally, okay, let me give you a glimpse. AI, okay, allows decision makers to make better decisions. Okay? So, bali natin ang yan, psychological tayo, usually, kasama yung emotions pag nagde-decision. Tama? So, especially mga babae, yung hormones natin, no? Nakarelate si Mom. So, yung lalaki hindi ko masyado. So, to make it fair, ayan, so we can use artificial intelligence to make our judgment fair, means a better decision. Okay? Especially if you're in the company, dapat wala kang bias. Wala kang pinapanigan. Correct. Next, it improves development by speeding up the processes and provide accurate results. For example, so weather. Usually, yung Pilipinas, talagang tinatamaan ng typhoons, no? For this year, hindi ko masyado. I don't serve food. Laging nawawala ng pasok. Tama? So, good year in advance, right? Naka-forecast yung weather, use artificial intelligence, then we can be more productive as a teacher and as a student. Okay? If 2 weeks from now, na-predict na ng AI machine na ulan, then there will be online classes na lang. Something like that. Okay? So it's a very simple example. Wala kong i-relate. Next. Who knows this person? Or who knows this movie? Have you watched this before? So, no. Okay, so this is the movie English movie. In first of all, Mariah Stella in Fact Morning. You know him? And thank you so much. So I don't know this lady, very famous mathematicians. So sabi kasi natin AI, it's not just about programming. It's basically based on mathematics. Nagaling yung mathematician sa akin, pag training ko, nagaling yan sa computer science. But it's not really. Okay? So when I mentioned laboratory, in AI, we have what we call Turing test. Okay? I thought that the machine is already connected with AI because it's giving us some hints, some forecasts, some predicted data. But not yet. When ang AI mo, not unless they pass the Alan Turing test. It's already proposed in the 1950s. Different companies, Google, IBM, already have their analytics and AI technologies. There could be claims that they are, but I don't know, maybe not or maybe yes. So just again, Turing test is the main indicator if your machine is already performing AI. Okay? Malayo pa tayo dyan. Okay, so moving on. Now, just like what I told you, this year's last slide, there are so many technologies that we are engaged with. Sabi ko nga, we are slaves of technology. Alam niyo, slaves, no, susunod ka lang. Of course, it's beneficial because it's for us as humans. Alright, so AI, we specifically focus on the different applications of artificial intelligence and on how we can help the community to be involved in this trend of technology. And our companies, you know this one? Behind anyone? Okay, this was sort of like model recently. So 1997, White's player was deleted by kilometer B. Alright. Just recently, with White, okay, they produced the AlphaGo computer algorithm that was able to defeat this best player of Go. And that is the breakthrough of artificial intelligence in the field of games. Okay? So, we also have this company Amazon. Familiar, right? Amazon, nagbebenta yan eh. They have also Amazon Web Services. Services that they provide via cloud that helps us to learn machine learning and artificial intelligence. Later on, we will tell you what are these services. It's not NVIDIA, right? They have this deep learning institute that provides you the curriculum. If you want to, may websites that I can visit their website. We're using Jetson Nano, okay? That is run by Python as well. And this is very more rather very useful for students, especially if they are still early learners of artificial intelligence. Yes, I am already. Okay, so this are
Oh, I think nag-jump yung nag-jump. Wait for this.
nag-jump yung presentation ko. Okay, anyhow, so by AI. Familiar kayo? Familiar na kayo dyan? May kasi na. Okay, so this is just one part of me. AI, or artificial intelligence, was used to detect gestures. Okay, so elements we can identify the person, right? But if we can detect his or her gestures. Okay, next. What does it do? So AI can analyze things better and faster than us. Tayo ng program. Okay? Next, let's get ayan ko ba? Ano maganda to? Sinabi AI nilang AI, ha? Maraming partner. So, gusto kami ng all children. Yeah, 90%. So, cloud technologies are already embedding their services in the sense na compatible siya sa AI technologies that you need for your project. Example, napakadaling ito. The first one is all the CPUs are now. or probably itong dalawa lang. So human resources are being used. There is a low demand of resources, therefore, naka-downscale yung mga resources mo, the hardware itself. If there is like a fighter, ayun na, yung mga gamers, mga weekends, mga buhay yan, tumataas siya. Sino pinaka-IP dito? We know you doing the plan of the resources. So that is one of the key provided by it comes to you. Kinukuha ko siya. Next is, ito na. Of course, automation. Okay. So this is an example of a smart street, smart city. No? So everything is automated. Of this plate number, and then forwarding the information towards their database. Okay, so those are the three types being performed generally by AI. Given are the lines. Next is, when it comes to the last one is automation. Yun na. Okay, and sabi ko kayo na kanina para matandaan niya ng mabilis. AI to government. What does GAI stands for? Government, Academy, and Industry. Okay? So, huwag natin pag-usapan yung government. Okay. So, when we say government, smart governance, and people to smart city, this is the application, direct application on artificial intelligence in our government. So, makikita nyo lahat na sinabi ko. So, you have your open data, smart street lights, paggabi na, to save electricity, magka-turn on, pag umaga na, it will turn off, or it can also read. Alright, you can just shopping smart like this is very important. Smart, smart kayo. It can even detect a person. Kapag tayo mga Pilipino magpa-check up, no? Magpa-check up lang tayo kapag may nang-butang na word. Big lang, pwede. Okay, so yung smart health, pwede yan install on the streets. Tapos, through that, we can help our community na to-detect yung simple lagnat na or temperature can detect it. So, yes, public safety. If there are rough accidents in this area, it will notify you on your phones or on your email. What else? Education, very important yan, no? Paano yung education kayo? Any insights from the audience? For example, meron tinataya mo. Okay? We can implement adaptive learning. So, from the previous presentations, yung mga 3D, we can implement artificial intelligence there via adaptive learning. Adaptive learning naman. So, the student is struggling with subject, for example, physics. Okay? Not necessarily give them same set of normal exercises for cases that is for the normal student. So it is wiser. It allows the need of that student. Sana kami for teachers mo. Okay, so moving on. Next is, yes, academic. Nakabili ko lang kanina. But I think this is very similar to the one that was presented before. But this one, I think, members, is the very best example for implementation of AI or application of AI in the academy. So there is an actual interaction of the learner and the devices for equipments, like yung mga beakers, yung mga steering methods. Metaverse, just log or visit their website or YouTube account. Nangyari kasi because there is more collaborative environment. It's not just between the learner and the device. It's between the learner, the teacher, and other learners. So talaga yung feel niya is something very similar to what was in reality. Okay. So this is set of students in China. Okay. For the second teachers, there is what we call advanced monitoring of the students' progress. They implemented or asked the students to place this head one minute. on the forehead. If it turns red, that means the student is struggling, is having a hard time to understand the lesson. So, maganda po, maganda this Philippines, so, magandang project ko. So, pag-read naman, speaking and reading nila, something like that. There are so many factors affecting the students' progress in learning. Yan. So, hindi ako wise sa students about sa teachers. Ang consult of teachers. Okay, in the industry, there's a lot. Ano niyo naman ang industry natin, there's a lot of areas. Medicine, transportation, military, there's a lot. So, pag-think out ko na ito, technology-based. Cloud AI by AWS. Ano si AWS? It stands for Amazon Web Services. Suppose you don't like to learn from scratch AI. Okay? It's hard. Siyempre, yun ang unang time, di ba? That's number one problem. Madali lang din kung mabilis time. Yeah. So we have here different services that Alice is providing so that learning and using artificial intelligence will be more effective and easier. Ayan. One of the is network services. Because in the industry, okay, kailangan makapagisan, di ba? Hindi pwedeng mabagal ang production or development of the services. So these services can actually cover company. Example, Ryan Group. This is a multinational digital advertising company that specializes in property and real estate. Okay, medyo yung diagram, no? Parang, ano mo, alien, alien to. Okay, so we have your agent. So agent, mag-upload ng pictures online. Then, ano i-amas for ng picture service? Analyze the picture. It's not anymore selecting the management supervisor that will double check or scan the picture. There is ready service from Amazon Web Services, which is Amazon Recognition, that will analyze if the picture sent is valid or not. Okay po? Yan. Next. Ayan. Ayan. Ang ilang sa line, I by one. Alright, from where does artificial intelligence lies? And technology we're talking about. Okay? Familiar po, IoT, Internet of Things, yes, hardware based. Then we have AI, and then we have cloud. This is a picture, a diagram that I personally create. I'm going to publish a paper discussing this one, but wala din ako kumain. Anyway, I hope you had an idea with this one. So, without cloud, AI cannot stand alone perfectly. So, there is one AI-based cloud computing, cloud-based AI, you get the interdependence of each of these elements. And also, IoT-based cloud computing, IoT-based AI. So, dito tayo. Kasi, focusan na robotics. IoT, then, what is Lego and Raspberry Pi? No MCU and sensors. Say, your project is IoT-based AI or AI and IoT, right? It helps each other accomplish a certain project. AI will have data analytics, data science, machine learning, deep learning, and the tools that you can use are either one, the environment for Python, or the Python environment itself. You can download it free. For cloud computing, let me just describe what define what cloud computing. It means moving on your resources to the cloud. Dahil tangible yung computer namin. Ngayon, is those thousands or hundreds of computer sets. Call center. So instead of buying or purchasing those, okay, you can just ask Amazon Web Services or Microsoft to provide you this kind of cloud services para sa company mo. And, okay, networking is still, familiar sa networking, subnets, yan. So, for example, may private and public subnet ka. Private, nandun yung database mo. Public, nandun yung website mo na front interface. Should be private ang database kasi hindi may security. Okay? Should be more protected. Then, it will provide just like cognitive or machine learning services. Analytics tools and in-house wireless can provide. So, ito diagram na to was our basis for developing the curriculum of artificial intelligence track in the kingdom of Norway. Let's put the notes. So, AI for senior high school. We actually started this course. Okay? Why? Because we wanted to align our educational system with the country's vision in 2030. And personally, I have studied the curriculum for that particular school. Now, this learning program outcomes, and so usually, iba pag nag-design ng curriculum, we have program outcomes. But now that, our curriculum is divided into 3 parts. We have first year, where we introduce artificial intelligence introduction. Hindi siya actual introduction eh. Later on, one will show you or demonstrate you what we do actually there. Next is in the second year, machine learning. They will be introduced with the different learning methods, machine learning methods, reinforcement, supervised and supervised. Then on the third year, there is deep learning, which is a more advanced part of artificial intelligence. Alright? So, curriculum is supported by the management organizations or companies. We have apps, Educate for Academy, that's the new one. We also have NVIDIA, just like what I have told you before. Next, ayan. What is there is an introduction of AI, yung binalik ko kanina, and will be supported with different core requisite subjects or courses like data science and analytics. We use Microsoft Excel and Tableau for data visualization. Okay? The more the students are doing the task, the better. And we implement this strategy of learning by doing. Most of the time, hindi na ako nagsasalita sa unahan. The whole time the student is in the laboratory, it will be consumed for hands-on. Okay? We had a bit hard time responsible for formulating the curriculum because most of this curriculum, like that in India, so different than ways. Ang haba mo na ng introduction, and discussion, pang laboratory. Pero hindi effective yun sa, not just because they are Arab, but their brains or their minds are still young, okay? And learning those advanced topics will be hard for them. With these devices, okay, it will be easier for them to learn. So we use virtual plan, okay? They're learning to artificial intelligence, of course, with robotics. Yan. So very tiny, no, connected talaga ang robotics and artificial intelligence. So, we use Lego, grade 10, Lego na sila. Grade 11, Raspberry Pi, Arduino, MCU, and NVIDIA. Yan. Ako po nagtuturo ng lahat. Okay, anyway, cloud computing na yan. So, the machine learning services provided by us, then supported by different programming languages like Python, C++, and Java. Plus, knowledge in cybersecurity and ethical hacking. Yun, tapos na. And yung presentation na pala. We just gave you this song that I also personally formulated. Knowledge and skills, will be allowed to. May kami po. Hindi ko siya nagkaroon. Wala. Okay, question.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity again.
Wow. Mahal ko pag yung part ng Felta, kala ang galit ako. Okay. It's smooth. Pakikinig. Thank you so much, Dr. Liza Borrego. Before I proceed with the demonstration by Mona and Aliana, let us present the certificate and the token from Ms. Magina Viva Flor. Thank you so much, ma'am. And thank you so much for sharing your precious time, Dr. Riza D. Borreo. And now, to demonstrate you for us to Ayan. Ano po lang sila mic? Hold on. Sa Mas container. Demonstration. For both these hours, we also have a guest speaker. First, she is Papa Carlo. CI stand for Online High School Class of 2026. Wow. Programming, knowledge, Python, JavaScript, C++, C#, machine learning, project management, research and writing in mathematics. For her extracurriculars, Women in AI Philippines, Girl Can Code Club, and guest speaker at Tech Conference. And her further objective is to volunteer experience contact details, key skills award. She is an avid film enthusiast and an advocate for teaching kids how to cook at an early age. Wow. And she is seeking to apply her skills and knowledge to further her mission of helping kids discover and many possibilities of how technology and AI can positively shape our world. National certification in machine learning and intermediate machine learning, Carol certification 2021, Girl from Data 2020, Intro to Data Analysis with Python 2020, and Volunteer of Minds Museum Volunteer Teacher 2022 up to present. Research lessons and activities of the Museum Makerspace Conduct and workshops in Makerspace Project, AI and Programming. Women in AI Ambassador 2022 of the present and organized activities for Filipino students to provide access to growth and support and guidance in the global AI industry. That is all good. How did that sound? Today with her. She is 14 years old. She loves robotics, coding, digital art, and serving God's criminal students. Yana is an incoming ninth grade Abeka homeschool student. Being a leader and being involved is very important to her. And she serves as a youth church leader, a media member, and a digital artist. Her achievements, second place in the first virtual Philippine robotics, third place in Felta Mini Robotics Competition, first place in RGB COVID-19 Challenge, and finalist at the 1915 Robotics Olympiad. She is also part of Vortex Runners and Robotrics, who won the Best Innovation Project in the Philippines First Level Week 2021, and Philippine represented in 2021 FLL Greece and top 10 and presenter in Globe Telecom Hackathon 2021. First place in the 20th Philippine Robotics Olympiad and Philippine representative in the 20th World Robotics Olympiad in Denmark, and first place in the national level of RBG Junior Advanced Division and top 8 World Robot Virtual Games 2021 Junior Advanced Edition in bronze medalist senior category coding challenge youth robotics conference and competition. Her AI Dreams AI Dream silver medalist in senior category in robot story 3RC robotics and coding camp and competition. Let us give a big hand to Ayana Denise C. Diaz. Wow, things are not good for them. It's not good. Kaya ang mga
Okay, so first of all, I would say thank you so much guys for an amazing introduction to AI. And so today we're going to try it out for ourselves. So again, my name is Nona. I'm a super ambassador for Women in AI. And helping me out here today is my friend Gabba. Again, we've done a lot of robotics competitions in the past, and all of these have been really fun and meaningful experiences. So today, we're here to help me share those with your own team. So, when I'm machine learning, there are three steps that we need to keep in mind. Collect samples, train, and code. At the end of the day, we have to remember that the machine is just a machine. It's up to us humans to take samples in order for it to learn. This may sound complicated in theory, so let's give it a shot and in order to learn further. So here, let's go to the machine learning website. Can everyone go to this website? Yeah. So you listeners, such as so I'm going to demonstrate it myself instead. So first of all, well, what's required. Now, when you teach machine learning to your students, what you're going to want to do is sign up and create individual accounts for each. But right now, in the interest of time, I'm just going to click try it now. Back my hand. So I'll take your load. Okay. So the first thing we're going to want to do is create a new video. So let's call it, for example, Smart Classroom. Here we got seven of smart houses, the time where you can just say turn on the fan or turn on the light and then don't touch. So let's go on the simulation meeting set. So when I do that, we're going to have to make it very nice effects. The human website can also handle images, numbers, and sound. Now, later, Yana and I are going to demonstrate a project that looks at images. And as for numbers and sounds, well, we won't be able to do that right now, but you guys can try it out on your own. Remembering the three steps: collect data, train, and run. So right now, we're going to try out text and quickly. So before we can do anything else, we have to tell the computer what exactly it is that we want to recognize. So here we're going to make a label and say concept, such as label. We're going to make a label and put language talk. Can I give an example of what you might want to say to a computer if you want it to turn on? For example, let me just okay. For example, you might want to say, I want you to turn on the. Can anyone else can turn on their tablets? Okay. Yes. Okay. And we're going to need at least 10 examples rather than 8. Hang on, okay. The other examples? What? Switch on. Using the process say please, switch, okay, yeah, for example, sa isang video, yes. Bansa ng right song. And then it's run the country. Okay, and one final example, the lights are turn the flashing. Turn the on. Of course, now that we turn the lights on, you're going to want to turn it off at some point in the day. First, you want to conserve electricity. So let's make a label that says lights off. And by the way, for those of you who are joining us online, you can also try this on your own using your own measure. It's then you want to say I want you. Let me let's get to the right hand. You might want to say I want you to anyone else an example for each might take it off? Show the light. Show the light. Right. Right. If you ever have any students, you need 5 hard down. Five up. Sleep tight, yes. And super. I thought so. We already have that, but let's see. Lights off. Now it's time to train it. So let's go to learn and test. Now what we're going to do is allow you to look at all of these examples and like Dr. said earlier, got patterns of them. And the present example is already done. Usually if you have one set, it's going to be more accurate, but it's going to take a longer time. So now that we finished, we can go to make. And sports languages about languages supported by the machine language sites type is Scratch, Python, and Architect. So Architect is kind of like Scratch, except that if you want to make something on mobile, and Python is a more complicated version in which we all have to type everything out. So today let's try Scratch, which can also be connected with Level 83, but we'll show that. So then now we can open Scratch 3. For those people who are familiar with Scratch, well, it's actually a kind of altered version of Scratch made by the machine. So I'm waiting for it to load, but a while ago, while I opened the Scratch page, it made me notice that I take color blocks, and that's basically where the machine is. So I'm going to show you. So first about have template and the smart cards, which is about to bring us in. As you can see, we have time, we have smart cards in this. There we go. So version without AI, in this version we have to type very specific words. For example, wait, let's say for none, sorry about the internet. Okay, so for example, if you say on lights in this version, oops, it's not going to be able to detect anything. Whereas if you say turn on the lights, let's just say for example, it's also three sentences, so you say turn on the light. And that's just we kind of meant to turn on. But now, instead of this, we're going to make it based on machine learning. So we get out of the answer blocks. Basically, going to use these concepts. We're going to make it based on a machine learning model that we trained. So in recognize text, and then we want it to get, and then we want it to process the answer that you put into the text box. So that's the answer over here. If it's equal to lights on, then we turn the lights on. So I don't deal with 10 for now, so let's just put 10 that on. And then similarly, if first text, and then we're going to have it process the answer is equal to lights off, then we broadcast turn them. So let's run the code. Alright, here's something that only collects signals. So now we come in. Now the lights on. Now, give me something that will make signal. Okay. Now, the way that time was actually in the training model, so we can also wait. We have to turn the lights on first, though. So I don't turn it off again. Seeing something like sorry, like sleep. Turn on the lights then, even if we didn't actually. So, the machine learning model did was look at the pattern among all the data that we gave it. And that's how it was able to extrapolate these things, even though even though we didn't include these traces in the training. So now you guys might be wondering how this is your bomb. So hold on a sec, and scroll down a bit. So up here in Scratch, you're going to see I'm going to use icon over here. And when you click it, there are a whole lot of extensions. So for example, let's go again. For example, this allows you to draw, this allows you to use your computer camera, and this Wikipedia, Twitter, and so on. But what we're interested in something right now is Lego Mindstorm EDC. There's also Lego Boots and Lego Museum depending on what set you're using. So today, Yana and I are here. I'm used to demonstrate a project that we made. Let's just let it change. Okay, it's ready to change. And so we're going to open that. This project that we worked on is basically a robot that allows that basically segregates between cans of bottles, cans and bottle of okay, so let's take that one. We trained the model with a bunch of pictures of bottles and cans. Kind of like the smart pattern acceptance of phrases when you pictures. And so these are some pictures that we can around town. These are some pictures that we got online. You can do either because there's this thing where you can link link to www, you can link the website, a picture from a website, webcam, then you can take picture and have that video. So let's make sure it works. Then in the meantime, I can basically first thing that we're going to do is so basically there's an exclamation point here, and then it will look for devices, and this is Yana's. And then there you go. Since it's the bottom, we move our rice left. Now let's see the colors in the next step. Sign up. Hold on. Even from moment of your child. Since that's the family that's it, let's go back to your exam. So use the right pattern since clean the table with so here the training where clean the model also the expression and then we'll leave that alone. And send them to the video. So here's the data I have. Once here are my class, but I that experience in the family. Now, change our face level with downstairs. The have the connection and trust system for the machine learning technique side and then does anyone have any questions? Sure, May siya, I asked him today. This music that we want. Yeah. Top up now. Would you like to try the product again? Teachers, you have the laptops with you. If you wanted to do it again with Mona, step by step, she will be helping you here. So you can use the laptops and then let's do it step by step. Okay, so let me just log out to same place with everyone else. And when it's going to go through this way, let's see, can get a little brief, so that, okay, everybody comes up if you're able to see this. Got anything for you? Nice, I think we're waiting. And a few minutes that call that we, so we just have type this. It's actually this thing. It's not about and then whenever it's ready, let's get started. So as I mentioned, in the future, when you want to make a conversation, then you can play Zelda, and then register yourself as a listener. But for now, we can just try it now. And everyone can play Avenue. Please give me a thumbs up if you're at the screen. Alright, so now we can add a topic called Smart Classroom and Recognize Sentences. Alright, so let's see. Click right. And now everyone is here. Can we all in three? Let's take the one. So next we're going to have a new people, and we're going to call them Sarnata. Yan ang answer ngayon. Next, gusto ko i-take one po na. Samples of light district. So again, give the concept of data, and then to give you guys that. So my concept is yeah, that's it. If you have an examples, you can be checked with the number of types of it. So I think that's Minsan nga ng mga actual Filipinas mga active, programmer, and was created something that the government created because what was saying how is the thing and that we have just like the package to be that thing. So it's passive about it. Now, nagto ang nilala ng table sa fire up. Kaya binigyan niya ng club. Alright, selection. And now the door had a pencil. Trading blood. Sige, ganyan. Learn about it's my back project. But my when I was home to see the cleaning and when I finished, well, this is what we should see. We're doing it first. And then we have the people that make the Products for rating, you can try it. You can put in CC thing that says you can go ahead and clear down the bag. For example, you can put and then and then go into the bag and recognize the place. So you can go ahead and pull it and then split it. Again, here you can find but on sexually, and when yeah. Yeah, but we can put our phone away. My mind will be so so you can get friends. Yeah, so in what class over here, I was like one and so for example, we got active. But you need to every so we get it's that but that's a very So I get along with you so much for listening and for and I'm going to for you. Now, before we got the launch, I'm very excited. Today I'm working. One time of residence being what I perceive without the connection and I don't know that it's wrong. This first idea. And then every couple of expenses to hear appreciate God, there and valuable support. Yes, future. Third, future school technology summit training on July 23, 2022 at Innovation Hub. Number 18, not within please present given the 23rd day of July 2022 at Innovation Hub. Cubao presents the lead signed by our President CEO, Ms. May Joshua, and the Legal Education Academy trainer, Ms. Annie Abon. Please join students as well. Dr. Maida, okay, guys. On yeah, double.
Okay, thank you so much. And since it's lunchtime, you can have downstairs what the fire lunch, and we will continue our party at 1 o'clock. Happy lunch.